One of the first things many people love about Unity is its emphasis on positive thinking. Now hang on, I don't mean putting your head in the sand. I don't mean living in denial, and I don't mean annoying cheerfulness like Pollyanna. Let's talk about what it really means to think positively, because it may not be as simple as it seems. The spiritual principle behind positive thinking is that we can choose our thoughts. We can decide how we're going to respond to a given circumstance or person. We can decide whether to focus on the past, present, or future. And we can decide whether to zero in on bad events or good. So positive thinking is first about knowing you have a choice. Unity has been teaching positive thinking since its beginning in 1889. Co-founders Charles and Myrtle Fillmore healed themselves of physical ailments by changing their thoughts about their bodies, by focusing on the good with gratitude and faith. The man who made this idea mainstream with his book, The Power of Positive Thinking, was Norman Vincent Peale, who studied Unity teachings and quoted Charles Fillmore in some of his writings. Making your thoughts more positive can be a lifelong spiritual practice. First, it requires simply remembering to do it. You have to catch yourself in negative thoughts and shift to something else. This is why some people put sticky notes all over their house, to remind them to keep their thoughts positive. This is where affirmations come in. You can create statements to declare the truth to yourself over and over, getting in the habit of positive thinking. It also involves releasing those thoughts that are negative: criticism, judgment, and fear. The practice is both release and affirmation. Release creates a vacuum to fill with something positive. Positive thinking is not just mouthing platitudes. It's not slapping a happy face sticker over your empty gas gauge. That has become known as toxic positivity, when people are so relentlessly positive that they won't acknowledge reality and they won't admit to any unhappy feelings. You can't even talk to them. That is not the goal. Positive thinking is much more nuanced and deeper than that. Positive thinking is a major shift in mindset and the way we approach our lives. It's not easy. I think of people in war zones, people in poverty, people in the hospital with a loved one who is dying. How can they be positive? This may be more important to know about positive thinking. It's not about outcomes. It's not about whether your loved one gets well or someone gives you money. It's not a wish or a hope that things will change. It's affirming that God is in all things, and we can never be separate from that power. When we practice positive thinking, we cultivate a habit of remembering that we are always immersed in the divine presence, and we are expressing its life. We are forever in the flow of good. No matter what is happening around you, stay focused on that divine flow, and gradually you'll notice that things do begin to change. You begin to change. And that is the power of positive thinking.